don't even know what to say though. You're married. Woody's smoking weed. Like,
it's
dude,
wild,
you have
man.
no idea. So I thought that little pen I bought at first was going to be like enough to get high once. It turns out it's enough to get high every night.
yeah, you can get
for
like
once
100 times.
What was the thing that you were smoking? Because I haven't seen the. It was a joint. Was it a pen?
It was a vape pen called, what was it, like Orange Vagina or something like that?
Orange
It should
Vagina.
not have been called Orange Vagina.
It was Orangina.
That purple
Vagina.
And someone mentioned that, like, even though it's not stevia, that's the sugar.
Sativa.
Sativa. Thank you. I can't get it right.
Yeah,
but even though it's
on
sativa,
the coach, is that what the guy said to you in the coach?
And this, like, it helps you sleep thing, it does. So
wait, indica is the one that helps you sleep. No.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the one that'll fucking knock you out. But I'm sure it really any weed is going to like relax you enough.
I smoke a lot, and I always get tired. Like no matter what, it's like this will keep you up. And then like we smoked this big joint, and I'm like, I don't know, man.
I remember in college, like not even fully buying into the different strains, because I'd go to my drug dealer in college and he'd be like, this is like heavy, heady sativa. And then like, I'm like sitting at home like, well, I hope I'm not too heady to watch Trailer Park Boys. And then it's like, smoke it. And it's like, no, I'm just high. And then you go and you get an indica. Oh, this is like fucking purple gorilla mist or something. And then, no, I'm just high again.
Dude, over the last 7 days, I might be the biggest stoner on this show.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad to
I don't know. I honeymooned in Jamaica.
And like,
you are tough competition, Taylor.
If you do inhale and the longer you keep it in your lungs, the higher you'll get.
Yeah, I found that to be true. It also makes you cough a little more. So I
want that
my way, but maybe I saw a YouTube comment, but they're like, Woody doesn't hold it long enough. But I'm brand new at this. I don't know what I'm doing. And but what happens is we'll be
holding it long right away, because like you're so brand new to it. Like I don't know what zero tolerance is like anymore. Like I have no idea what that would be like with a dab pen. For all I know, like if you'd like held it in your lungs for like 5 seconds and then like coughed it out, you wouldn't have been able to do the show. I was afraid of that. That's why I wasn't like, hold it in, pussy.
No, I see. I think that's the show, though. That's the show.
There were portions of that show last week. I'm sorry, I got to cut you off, Harley. But the portions of the show where, like, I don't know, there's no topic. It's dead air. I'm leaning back like 6 feet from the camera, and I don't really care. I'm okay with anything.
I remember back in the day, like I had a lot of friends that just had a lot of money. Like they would get like a nice fat allowance. They'd like work for their dad for a day and get like $100, and they'd spend $50 to get 7 grams of weed. And I had like $10 on the weekend. Like I'd have $10 I could spend. And I remember I would go and I would buy like 1 gram of weed, and everyone else said I have all these big joints, and I'd always be like, oh, like I hit it one time, you know? And I'd hit it one time, and that's when I'd be like, and then I'd be like, I like walk away, and I'm like, people like, yo, I'm like, and then on the way out, I gotta cough it out too. Like I gotta maximize highness off my one poor hit of someone else's joint. Just to like, and just like you can get the right hit. You're like, 16, 17, dumb. You get like a good hit, and you're like, "Oh, I'm gonna be fucked up forever."
I wish I had money.
The high part. Kyle, do you want to
go? No, go ahead. You're talking about your first time smoking weed. Really, go ahead. It's funner.
So the high part, like, there are times I wondered if I was even high. What happens? We'll be like, "Hey, kickstand's up at 7 a.m." That's what we said today. So I'm like, I have got to get to sleep. I'm taking the 4 biggest hits off this thing that I can, right? So did not like the show. Doing a big inhale, I'm holding it. I cough it out 4 times, and then I'm in bed, and I'm like, am I even high? I don't know.
And then I thought about that for 50 minutes.
Then I like rolled over or something and tried to operate my computer, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely high.
It took you like doing something to be like, okay.
That's it. Yeah, and I swear that happens with drunk too. Like if you just sit in a chair and you're fine, and then you stand up and you're like, whoa, all right, now I can better gauge how drunk I am. But it does help me sleep for sure. And that's what it's kind of. I've been using it almost as melatonin.
Yeah, it's better. It's the best sleep aid. It's the best sleep aid. That might be my favorite thing about it. No, there are many things I like about it.
Yeah, I like smoking it. I don't know about that though for me, because when I smoke at night, that's when I'm like, oh, now I want to do fun things. Like,
really,
no one's gonna bother me. Like at night, like if I do it during the day, it's like hot. I'll like lie on the couch and fall asleep, like pass out for 30 minutes watching something and be like, oh fuck. But like at night, when everyone's asleep and I'm smoking, that's like, bro, I'll be like, I'm gonna roll another one so it's ready. And now I'm gonna do all the things I wanted to do. And then I'll take out a book and like stare at it for like 1 full minute and be like, oh my God, I didn't even start reading it. maybe I should game. And then I'll put on like something like I've been playing Mass Effect Legendary recently. So like I put on there's like decisions or like where you're going to put like your attribute points and something that's like a decision that I might be like, fuck, I don't know. Okay, I'll go with this. Instead, like I'm sitting there for like 5 full minutes, like stressing, like, what move am I going to make? What am I going to do in these games? And I'm like, I don't know if gaming's the thing, but I'll chase like that blazing of the night, leisure time at night. That's when I maximize my leisure time. And yeah, I don't know. It doesn't even put me to sleep at night anymore. I know, like I've trained myself.
To me, Mass Effect has a storyline where you can have sex with aliens, right?
Yeah.
That's all I would do.
Yeah, I got high. I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking alien tonight. And instead, it's just like, it's like you have to kill this person or that person. I'm like, oh, I don't want to kill anyone right now, bro. I came to fuck. I came to fuck some aliens, bro, not kill these people. No, not really, but still.
It makes games like that a lot more. It makes games like that a lot more fun for me because, like, if I'm not high, then I'm just like, let's get to the next thing. Let's get to the next thing. Let's get to the next thing. And I'm never stopping to like smell the roses. It's either 98
or you get high all the time now.
Me? Not all the time. For the last 7 days, like 5 of them. It just basically.
Are you still in Seattle?
I'm in a legal state.
Were? You were. Oh,
you shut up.
I doxed you. I doxed you. I can't believe I just doxed you.
Yeah,
that's bad. I could find out exactly where you are. By the way, I know how to do it too.
No, you don't.
And I do. Yeah.
No, you do it then.
You want me to say it?
I want you to type it.
Got 99 days, by the way.
Man's in my house. Days. He does have powers.
4 hours.
Yeah,
9 minutes. But they have those hotels in every state, right?
This is a very popular hotel.
Oh, okay.
That checkerboard background you got exists in Belgium.
Okay. Should I say? No, I won't. I'll tell you later.
You could type it and you're not typing it, so you don't know.
I did type. You didn't see that?
Yeah, but
you didn't tell me where I am. You just told me your method.
And you said it out loud back.
That wasn't me who said that. Oh, I would stay in a bad area. Okay. You're wrong right there.
Okay, maybe
I'm
not.
kind of famous for it.
Maybe not. You are also like really discounting. Maybe if someone they would go to like 12 different. They go for a little tour
and then go like room to room.
No, I'm not that. Listen, their strategy on how they handle it from there, whatever. I was just saying I could find out where. They just hang out. They'll hang out outside. Oh, and by the way, if anyone, I feel like your audience, if anyone did do that, by the way, what we're talking about, you're a fucking loser. Just gonna say that right now. In case someone did, I understand like always being careful, but I'd be really disappointed in someone if they did stand out and you walked outside. They're like, "What did I do? I found out the whole time. I went all around town." I'd be like, "You're a fucking weirdo."
Like they're the fucking champ. What's that game called where you look at the picture of somewhere on the planet and you guess where it is?
Oh yeah.
GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr. Okay.
Yeah, like they're the GeoGuessr champs. They like look at Woody's hotel room and like, aha.
Yeah. Why did I even ask about the state anyways that I mentioned? Why was I?
I don't know. The reason I didn't answer was
you were smoking there. That's the first place I ever bought weed legally when it first started, and I remember going in and being like, "Yo, so we could just buy weed in here from you, and I could leave with it?" And they're like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "This is fucking crazy." And on the way out, they gave you like an orange crush, or like any cold drink, but they had like flavors like Orange Crush and Mountain Dew and Sprite. And I was like, this is such a high combination of soda cans.
Yeah.
And like you get a cold one. I'm like, this is perfect. Like, I can't believe it. You know, like buying weed was very bait growing up for me. And now here I am. They're like, and a soda on the way out. And by the way, everyone is fucking nice there.
Like I remember like the first time I bought legal weed and it feeling like are they gonna like drop a metal cage over me as soon as I get to like the checkout?
You feel like
that show with the bike.
You feel like you're getting away with something. It's such a good feeling where you're like, so I can just buy hundreds of dollars of this, and they're like, yeah.
It's that show with the bike where like they put the bike and then someone gets on the bike and they're like, fucking get him. You know that show?
Yeah.
I only see it in like the hotels when I'm in the States.
For some reason, when I first went to a legal dispensary and I like just kept adding things to my total, I kept imagining like, well, they're gonna say no at some point. Like, but like, no, it's like Walmart. You can walk in and as long as you got money. Like,
this is Canada though. In Canada, where I live in Quebec, it's just they really took it and just kind of made it lame. They did a couple things.
Oh no,
no edibles allowed.
It's a travesty.
I know, and I eat a lot of edibles because they're funny. They're super funny. They really fuck me up.
Great.
No edibles, but you can get drinks, weed drinks, and
those taste like shit.
You have 130 gram limit per visit, which is fine, you know, like, okay, 130 grams. But the problem is they have equivalency. Like there's like I buy hash, a 3.5 of hash, and it has the equivalency of 18 grams of marijuana. So when I'm buying like a whole bunch of hashes, that fills up to the 130 really quickly, especially because the drinks, they market per millimeter. Unlike like what's actually in it. Like if you were going over the border and you had like 10 grams of weed and you got caught going over the border with 10 grams of weed, they'd be like, 10 grams, you're arrested. But if you took 10 grams of weed and cooked it into like 2 pounds of brownies and go over the border, they're like, 2 pounds of weed, you're arrested. Like, and they applied that like in the reverse to like getting it. So when I went in, I had to like split the purchases in two. I asked the guy, I was like, so if I like, is this per day? And he was like, no, per visit. And I was like, so if I pay and I leave and come back, I could buy this? He's like, sounds like another visit to me. And I was like, that's so crazy. I'm like, why do we have to make things?
Like, or you can give me 100 cash and I'll buy it. And this is my first visit of the day. And then I'll loan it to you, but bring it back tomorrow.
It's because there was like some policy made by a 79-year-old who had no idea what they were doing. And everybody's like,
some old fucking idiot.
Some dumbass
that doesn't even blaze like Woody and us.
Some like fucking World War II vet idiot.
Colorado
get it.
Colorado has like has some kind of a recreational limit. I don't remember what it was, like what you could buy at a time, but it was like half an ounce or something like that, maybe. And I just remember us being like at the store and me being like, all right, half an ounce for me and half an ounce for her, and I'm paying for it all. Just, you know, just bring a friend with you.
Oh no, she has the same exact taste as me in every item. Yeah, double it up.
My dog gets high.
My dog has glaucoma. Look at him. Look at this video of him running into a wall. You come on. Don't do that.
If you've been smoking a lot and like you build up your tolerance, from what I heard, at least from my experience and the explanation that I heard, is you like, you know, can smoke tons of weed or hash, whatever. I like to smoke hash. And then you try edibles, you're ingesting it in a different way. So it's a whole new tolerance mechanism because it's different. So,
oh, I didn't know that.
I found this whole thing that like, yeah, edibles could fuck me up, but I got this new thing I like doing. Woody, you should totally try it. Is I call it getting scared.
Bad advice incoming.
Totally.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
100%. Okay. And if you're listening to this and you don't feel like getting scared because it sounds like bad advice, you're a bitch. Okay. Because I do it. and honestly, I could be a bitch sometimes over things, but you know what? You got to just find the right time to get scared. And what you do is, and the whole thing is literally about being a bitch, by the way, is I got this like Tootsie Roll, for example, when I was in LA, and it's like broken into 6 pieces. And they're like, 1 piece will fuck you up. And everyone like, this is the craziest edible. So I ate the whole Tootsie Roll. So it was like 6 times. Literally, it was like 300 milligrams. And people take like 5 milligrams and they're like, I'm high. Or like someone like, oh, I'm doing 30 milligrams, I'm gonna get fucked up, or like 50 milligrams, you know?
Yeah.
So
you're doing 300.
Yeah, I would just take the whole thing and I would be so fucked up. And I'm like in LA and I'm like walking to this movie with this buddy of mine, this guy Eric, and he's got like long hair. I met him online actually, which sounds crazy, but I met you fuckers online.
That's
too.
how we met. Yeah.
Like, yeah, so it's his name online was Meth Syndicate. And so I met him and he makes t-shirts and stuff and we were hanging out. We hung out a bunch of times, but we went and I'm like, yo, we got to get scared. You know, I got to eat all this. So I ate this whole Tootsie Roll. We're walking in LA and the sun's getting hotter and hotter. And then I get this stress, like I got to get to the movie theater because at this, like it's in Hollywood. So the movie theater, like if the movie's at 3 p.m. and you come in at 3:05, they don't let you in. And the idea of taking all these edibles now and being so high and not being allowed to get in, I'm like scared. So I'm like already like, we got to rush. We got to get there. We're rushing to the movie. The sun's getting hotter. I'm feeling it all. I'm starting to panic a little bit, you know? And I turn the corner and a friend of mine that I haven't seen since like literally the 11th grade, like when we graduated, is there. And he's like, yo, Harley. And I look and he's like at the table with this like 65-year-old woman who instantly at a stoned glance is like hot enough that or like she looked rich enough but not hot. It was a combination where I'm like, is she paying my friend to be on this date? Like, yeah, maybe he's paid to be here. And he's like, yo,
you didn't
what
assume
up?
it was his mom?
And no, I know him very well from high school. And I'm like, and we live in Montreal also. So I'm seeing him in LA and like, you know, and I see him and he's there and I'm like tripping and I'm like, I can't talk to you now. I got to get to the movie and they're not going to let me in. And he's like, yeah, man, go, whatever the hell you're saying. And I like stumble off. We get into the theater. We sit down right away and I'm just like, yo, like you get that vibe where you're like, no, I can relax a little bit, you know? And like, we're waiting for the movie to start. And I'm kind of like, it's like, I didn't get a drink. But I'm too scared to go outside to people, and we didn't get a drink. And I said to my buddy, I was like, "Can you get me a water?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll get you just a water." I'm like, "Yeah," because he was going anyways. So he went, he got a water. He comes back, he gives it to me. It is like in this really fucking weird bottle, you know. I'm like, okay. I asked for a water. I open it up, and I take a sip. I have no idea what the fuck it was, but it was not water. It tasted weird. And I'm like looking it up and the bottle looks like a vinegar bottle or something. And it's like not hitting like water. And I'm like trying to drink it. And I'm like, it's not vibing with me. I'm like worried about it. And I'm trying to look at the label when it's light in the movie, but we're at a particularly dark movie. I'm never getting the chance. And I look over at Meth Syndicate and I'm looking at him and he's got like his long hair and he looks at me like, and I'm like, I don't fucking know this guy, man.
Did he just give me a bottle of vinegar?
Literally.
That explains the hair.
High, and this guy, like, what is it? A prank or like?
Yo, man,
is
you
this
just
like
drank a pint of vinegar. That's so badass.
Literally, like I'm tripping out. Maybe
What
I have
was
no
it?
idea. And I'm looking at him, and I'm like, this guy's fucked up, dude. I can't believe he would fucking do this to me. And like, I like,
what was it?
tripping.
What were you drinking?
The movie ended. It was the movie theater's brand of water. It was just their brand, special brand. Totally, it was water. I was a stone fucking moron. And I'm like, I was like, bro, I thought you poisoned me. He's like, we talking about. I'm like, I was so scared in the movie that you gave me something fucking weird. He was
Why
like,
would I do that? I was like, you wouldn't. Why are you recommending this experience to people?
He called you getting scared.
I terrible from start to finish.
Exactly. I love it. You come out of that shit like it's the same thing like going skydiving. Way
Band
less
of Brothers.
risk.
Yeah.
I went in there and I'm like, I'm dying, man. I'm like, this is fucked. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to talk to people. I got scared once to a movie theater. And I told my buddies, I was like, yo, you got to babysit me because I'm getting scared before this movie. And we got there and like, there was like 10, 13-year-olds and they were like, Sauce Boss. And I'm like, and my buddies are like, yeah, it's the Sauce Boss. So they're like pushing me into these kids. I'm like, and I'm like tripping, heart's beating so fast. Going to Walmart or something, I get scared before and I like give them like my card and she's like, this isn't the right card. So she's saying it to me in French. I'm tripping. I don't know what. I love it. like complete power. This is why, like, I assume like some like super CEO dudes maybe want to get like lose their power sexually and get like fucked or pegged or something like that. This is my version of getting pegged.
Is it
I get pegged by edibles. It's just like fucked up. I'm scared, and I'm telling you, Woody, you gotta try it out.
I got the ultimate though,
but in the moment you're scared.
What if
it's
you
like
did
it's like
something?
a roller coaster where afterward you're looking back, going, "I'm glad I did that." But in the moment you're panicking, right?
You're
type
it's
2
terrifying.
fun. It's type 2 fun, where it's not fun to live through. It's fun to recollect.
Just eat half
Is that
the
what that's
edible.
called? Type 2 fun?
Yeah, I've just discovered this concept. There's type 1 fun. Sometimes it's deep. Sometimes it's real surface, like a roller coaster. It's fun in the moment. It's fun right now.
Yeah.
But is it really emotionally enriching? It's type 1 fun. Sometimes it is.
about-
Sometimes. Type 2 fun is that time you got a flat tire, stuck in the rain, you and your girl. You hated it at the moment, but you look back and you're like, that situation was so fucked. And it's a fond memory, even if it wasn't a fond experience.
No, the difference is you're born with type 1 fun. If you have too much fun, you can develop type 2 fun. And then you have to cut back on fun.
I don't know what you're talking
It's
about.
like diabetes.
Okay. And then type 3 fun is just never fun.
What if you get scared and you do something that's actually scary though? Like what
you'll
if
be double up? You'll be scared.
What if I
scared? Okay, yeah. What
if I take 100 milligrams with zero tolerance and then I go skydiving?
That's to me I would never do that. You'll die. You'll actually just die. I don't recommend that. Part of being scared is you are doing non-scary activity. Like I'm going to a movie and sitting in the dark in the corner. I couldn't even get the water bottle myself. You got to have a chaperone or something like that. Like you can't. Like going skydiving, bro, do it. I would love to hear about it.
We're talking about going skydiving in Denver. So it's like,
yeah, for sure. Take 150 milligrams and try to stay awake on the way up. You're like, they'll wake you up. They'll be like, it's your turn. You'll be like, okay.
Yeah, I was thinking, I've been looking at like all the like random niche things to do in Denver while you're there. Like, I found this place that teaches you sword combat. So it's like,
that's fun.
Like, you guys want to learn how to fight with broadswords while we're high as fuck, and the instructor's totally going to be some fake ninja who wants to take it seriously. Center your chi.
That's it. Yo, that's it. I'm
stoned.
coming. No, we're filming a show together. I'm coming. It's just be doing things way too high. And we'll make it a point being like, it's not like doing a lot or how, like we are on literally 300 milligrams. We can't even lift these swords and we are learning right now.
Yeah. I found a place that does archery where they've got like these bows that have like soft tips and you shoot each other with them. It's like paintball, but with bows. I was looking at hot air ballooning.
Just imagining people, grown men, running around at like 300 milligrams.
Like Legolas.
Like, yeah, just running around trying to be people, just trying to exist. It's so funny.
Horseback riding.
Hot air ballooning doesn't sound like fun to me.
It doesn't, and it's crazy expensive. It's like $250 a person.
Horseback riding doesn't seem like fun either.
Have you guys ever done mushrooms?
Yeah, I had a real bad experience
Not
there.
enough for anything
I'm
to
going to do
happen.
them. I'm down to do them again in Colorado. I'm down to do just about anything.
Why was it a bad experience?
The
The
I've
people
told
around
the story
you.
before, but essentially, I went out in public on them.
Oh yeah,
and,
you drove the car with that
yeah.
with your girlfriend. And you
Yeah,
almost got arrested.
yeah. So bad experience.
Yeah, that is bad. No, you should not. You should stay home. Do it and
Stay
stay
home.
home.
Just stay home.
Or go in like the woods or something like that.
Yeah, or play with like fire or something.
I did it. I
by
played
yourself.
I played Mass Effect. Like I took some mushrooms and I put on Mass Effect and I went to like the squad select screen to like choose like points where attributes will go. And like I have a big TV and this like super 4K detailed alien face. This guy Thane, if you know who Thane is, he looks like a fish dude, but Thane is like just badass looking and he's huge and he's sitting there and he's like blinking and like
he's
looking
terrifying.
around
He's
and
terrifying.
he's just existing and he's like he just exists and I'm like, this guy right here is like a real thing to me and I'm just staring at him to the point that I actually had to just like get a t-shirt made of this moment of my trip. Like I actually tripped to the point where I was like, this needs to be memorial, but here it is. This is literally me recording the screen and it was just this. Yeah, exactly. And here he is. You see him standing there
when he's moving. It's
exactly, and it's huge on the screen. And I'm like staring at him. I'm like, bro,
He's blinking.
This is fuck. And then I'm thinking, like, in the fictional world, this guy, like, this is his species or whatever. And then you start thinking, the developer, like, thought this up. Someone wrote this, and then another guy drew it, and then another guy made it in 3D. And I'm standing, like, in front of my TV, like, just staring at it. I literally got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt with Thane on it, like, 2 days later. I was like, yo, this is my boy, man. For like 40 minutes, me and this guy connected.
We connected.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, that was like safe space, staring at your TV at home alone.
No,
like
I did it in the danger zone.
Yeah, you went to like Friendlies or something, or like where did you go?
Yeah, I went to Walmart and passed out, and then I went to a barbecue restaurant. It was a goddamn fucking nightmare. It's one of the worst experiences of my entire life, and I've had some. But I think it's decriminalized. Psilocybin, I think, is decriminalized in Denver, or maybe Colorado is on the whole.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And so, like,
yeah, what do you got to do? Acid now? That's what we're talking about. By the
way. I would try acid for sure. I would try just about anything. I don't want to do meth because I don't like
yeah, that's a bad idea. Some are good. I'm not going to put. I'm sitting here. I'm like, yeah, eat 500 milligrams. It gets scared. Yeah, don't get scared by doing meth though. Don't touch meth.
I bet that's a genuine scared experience though.
No, I just don't think it would be enjoyable because like I've done Adderall and I like that's like the whole other thing. Like I want to do busy work. Like I don't want to do a drug that makes me productive. I want the opposite of that.
Yeah, caffeine's more than enough for
meth. Yeah, I don't want any meth.
Right. I don't know. I imagine all the drugs feel good.
Oh, like if
it feels good. They feel good in different ways,
though.
Addicted to like it's this sort of energetic, like motivated to do stuff, kind of scatterbrained, kind of high. Whereas like weed is just like relaxed and fucking.
People always said that. Yeah, I have a friend, unfortunately, an old buddy of mine, and he had smoked meth, and I was like, "What's that like?" And he was like I was like, "What's it like? Smell like? Taste like?" And he was like, "You know, when you get a new car, the smell of a new car." I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's what it tastes like." And I was like, "That's the scariest description to me that ensures I will never." I was already never going to ever.
But I love that smell.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but do you want to drink it?
No,
I kind of do. I mean, just a little of it.
It's like chemically. No,
it does. It smells very chemical to me. It smells like
I smell like new car on the inside now.
What is that smell?
It's glue.
Plastic. Let it
glue.
He told me that he got that like he would do meth and like clean his house. And I remember like my friends would, take Vyvanse or Adderall, and like they would be like,
"Yes, I get Jackie
my house." No, you could just get Adderall. Get her like Adderall or Vyvanse. That's the same thing. That's literally what it is. Like, just that's it. Like that.
It's a cheap imitation of meth, is what it is.
She's got to do it. She's got to do it.
Big house. She's got a lot of cleans.
Has she tried grinding them up and snorting them?
More.
You get mad at her. Stop picking at your face and clean the counters.
I'm sorry.